So this video explains a solution which I found in this document. Possibly there are other and possibly a number of other documentation which describes this method, and here the problem is in the previous video. In the previous section, I have explained that when a component is rendered, I mean created via the router outlet, actually there is no possibility to use these output emitters, the output variables, machinery. Actually this is subscription. However, the situation is not bad at all, since the component that is holding the outlet, in this case, in my example, the app component, so this was app component, and this had the router outlet. This component could behave like a information hub because it can connect to all of the components that is created in this router outlet, and when this component is activated, I mean instantiated, then it can subscribe to its output method, and when it's deactivated, this subscription can be removed. Let's check out how it works. Here we have our product details component, which has two output machinery, actually event emitter channel, and these are components that are listenable or observable objects. So therefore this app component's job is to subscribe to these event emitter objects, share and like, and then when a message is emitted over to this subscription, over to this emission channel, it performs any action. So that's that simple, and this works not only with the product details, and I also modified slightly this product list component too. Therefore, when a share button is clicked, instead of displaying the toaster message on the on share button, it just emits the message towards over to this output channel. And likewise, I also modified the product alert component. No, I didn't have to modify it because it already had its notify event emitter product. So this output channel, what I modified, that previously this product list component, when this on notify event, it displayed its own toast message, but now here, instead of displaying the toaster message, actually in this situation this toast message is the main action. Of course, in real application these toast messages will be replaced with real operations, but now this is just a proof of concept part of the application. So therefore it just calls the emitter. So therefore I added an additional two output channels. So that is, when this product list component is created with this router outlet, then it provides two output channels, two event channel, notify and share. These are new in my situation, and therefore the app component as an information hub, which is going to be responsible to listen to all of the output channels of these components and then do the appropriate actions. How I did it? First of all, we need to import the subscription for the RxJS module, then the toaster service too, because this is in our situation is the main action that it is performed when an event is received. And then it also imports the product details component, a product list component, because these are the two components that have listenable, observable output event emitter options. Of course, when you are building new components, and if you want to centralize this channel, you should add these components here too. And before I explain this, let me just immediately explain one of the an issue with this. When you have multiple components, here we have actually two levels of components. We have the app component, this which has the router outlet, and then we have the product list component, and the product list component has a product alerts component, and this product alert component is on the lowest level. It has this button, and when this button is clicked, then it calls the notification. So the message start here, so it has an output channel. Then this is listened on notify event. When this event is received here, then actually this is a notification subscription here. This notice, this is a subscription to this notify event emitter is subscribed, and then when the subscription is done, this is on notify is called, and therefore this is here just simply transfers forwards the event over to the output channel of the product list component, and that way it's arriving to here. So that is when you have a quite deep channel, deep how to say component structure, and then you have to build this message channel hopping from the bottom towards the top component. So that is the messages, the events are bubbling up in this chain on the tree of this components at the component tree. But anyhow, so if your application is not that deeply structured, then this could work perfectly fine, and in my opinion that in practice could work quite perfectly well. But anyhow, it's really depending on the nature of your application. So again, just back to the explanation. So when the router outlet has two events deactivate and the deactivate, again just remember these are observables. So when a component is created with this router outlet, the activate is called. When it was deleted or destroyed, the deactivate is invoked. So for this to work, of course, we need the toaster service. For the toaster service, this is just for display the toast messages. And then we have here three subscriptions. and these are subscriptions for these type. Actually, we have two components. The share subscription is available both from the product list component as well as from the product details component. And then, so the elegance in this of this solution is that if you have, say, any number of components or routing objects, then if you design their messaging and event structure upfront, then you can use this really a unified information hub, like as displayed here. So these are the subscriptions, subscription object that are required, and the way it works, when an object is created, first we have to check if this routed component, which at this point we don't know anything about that, is if it's an instance of a product detail component. If it is, then we can use this syntax for casting the routed component, which is any at this level, to cast it into a product details component, and then it has the like observable, and then we subscribe to it, and here is the callback function, and in this callback function we just simply call our own like button click event handler, because in that case this is just an event handler. And then the share subscription is likewise we call the on share button click observable, and if the routed component is of a product list component, we can cast it to the product list component and subscribe to the notify output. So these names here, like, share, notify, share, these are these output, not here the list component, these are the output components, notify, share in the product list component, and in the product details component, share and like. And this way, this is the callback machinery, and when the unsubscribed event is called, we simply unsubscribe. Here we can use this fancy syntax, that is, when the like subscription is empty, then of course we can unsubscribe there. However, anyhow, it seems to be working fine. When we unsubscribe, okay, so to make it really meaningful, then after unsubscribe, I think that is the proper way, because then we should just set it back to null. So the good thing with this explanation is that I have a chance to review my own source code. Okay, let's see how it works. Compiled successfully. Let's go back to here and then just start the application from scratch. And then click the phone, press like, has liked, has been shared, back to home, press share, has been shared, notify me when phone notified, share and share. So it works excellently, and then again any number of time it works very reliably. So practically that was all, and I think that is getting to be really a advanced feature, advanced programming technique, but very important when you're working with router outlets.